Hi guys, welcome to the flight today, as we're going to be doing a return trip from Philadelphia to LaGuardia, and then we're going to go back from LaGuardia to Philadelphia. As you can see, it's just in early morning, so dawn is about to come past the time we come down into the arrival. We're going to try out 04 for the ILS coming into LaGuardia. We're going to be leaving runway 09 right. And it should be a fun flight today. We're in the United new livery with the 737-800 ZiboMod. And we're going for a flight level of 130. It's a 24-minute flight straight over, and then we'll make the return journey back into Philadelphia. So we've got the New York City VFRs as well, so we should see all the nice buildings when we come in for the arrival. And we'll take a detour. We'll go just over JFK, and then we'll swing around the back to come in for our arrival into 04, so we can get a nice look at them lovely views. So don't forget to like and subscribe, leave your comments down below guys, and don't forget to help us get to that 2k subscriber goal. So let's get into the cockpit now, as catering is here, and get the aircraft all ready for our departure. Hi guys, now we're in the 737-800 cockpit. Now we can go overhead. We've got our battery on and guarded, standby power is guarded, and ground power can go on. We'll get our panel lights. We'll turn on the circuit breakers, and we'll get the dome lights to bright. We'll go overhead now. We'll get our IRSs aligned, so we'll switch that back and do that again. There we go. We can switch that on. We've got it onto quick align, so we'll check the flaps display, which is fine, and we'll make sure the flaps are not up at all, which is all good to go. After that, from the IRS, we can get the window heats on, so we can start demisting them windows. We'll get the probes on, we'll turn on the trimmer and get the packs all flowing. From there we've got the emergency lights, get our chimes and fasten seatbelts, turn to the bat and ground power. We can turn on our logo and our position light. We'll go on to our center console now and get the lights all on. And go onto our panel and get our panel lights all set as well, as we get ready for our departure out. So we're going to the FMC now, get the IRS all aligned, and before we do, we'll get the ASUS up as well for the airport. So we've got Kilo Papa Hotel Lima, which we'll send off, and we'll go in now and get the IRS all set up. So we're going to our position. We've got Kilo Papa Hotel Lima. We'll stick that in. We'll go to the left GPS. We'll shove that into the IRS's position. We've got Philadelphia for our departure, and for our arrival we've got LaGuardia. So on our departure we're going to be leaving runway 09 right. I'm not going to use the Philly 2 as it's just showing a vector, so I'm just going to merely put in the VORs etc. for our departure out. So from our departure out we're going to go to Medina, which is Mike X-Ray Echo. And then from there we're going to take the 240 degree heading to Stone. And then from Stone we want to go direct to DuPont, which is the Delta Quebec Oscar. Okay, which is all set. From there we want to then go direct down to Ruth, which is set, and then from Ruth we're then going to come in for the arrival, which is the Corrie 4, and we're not going to transition. We go for the ILS for 13, which we can activate up. If we go into our legs page, we can see from Ruth where we want to come through is Davis. So we'll put Davis right there, which will then bring us into the star, and then we'll come down all the way to Pay Me, where we will leave from Proud. And here is the arrival in, as we can see. So we're basically going to come out, we're going to make a left turn for the departure, but we'll backtrack round to get to Ruth, and then we'll go direct down to Davies, where we'll then follow into the Corrie 4 star onto the 058 11,000, and we'll be at 10,000 when we pass Corrie, making our way down to the Robbinsville VOR, the RBV. We'll make a 04 and then to the 045, where we'll go up to Proud, and then come in for the arrival. We'll see how far away if we do go over the tops of the scenery. If we don't, then we can just take a slight detour just to the left, and then we'll backtrack round for Pay Me, which is our initial fix, as we can see here. So we've got Pay Me here at 2,800, glide slope hits down at Steed for 1,900 feet, and then we come down. Minimums is going to be a 212, and as you can see, we've got everything all set up ready to go. So we're going to our perf now. We'll get everything set up for the aircraft today. We've got 1.7 of reserves and a cost of 25. We're going for 130, which is set for our ISA today, as we can get that up now whilst we're here waiting. 130051 004, and ISA is a -11. Okay, transition 18,000 feet. Last time QNH is 3006. We can double check that on the ATIS. We're going for flaps 5. We've got 139, 141 and 151 for V2, so we can plug that in now. Okay, 151087 is our runway heading, which is all set, so we can now put on the flight directors. We can get the first officer's panels on. We can double check our terrain.
Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up.
Okay.
Obstacle. Obstacle. Pull up. Airspeed low.
Okay, so we just set the VORs in. So we've got Medina is the 1132. Okay, which we'll set in now. And then after that we've got DuPont, which is the 114.0. Okay, which is set. Now we can switch that in on either sides as well. So 113.20 and the 114.00, which should then bring them both up. There's Medina, and over on our left side is Medina, but we can click that over actually and get that in. So there's our second VOR, which should come into play as we get closer to it, which is DuPont. So what we can do now is we're all ready, flight directors are on. We'll go ahead and get the APU all set. We can put on the pump for the APU, which we forgot, and we can now get the aircraft all set up. So we'll turn on the APU and get that all set up. 130, 20 foot elevation down. Your damper can come on now as the IRSs are aligned, and we'll get our electrics on too. EGT for the APU is now starting up, so the APU is now turning on. As we'll see that increase, then it will stabilise, and then we'll be able to switch over to the APU gen. So as we were saying on the arrival, we'll be coming in, and we're basically going to go all the way down. So as I said, we're going to hit on at Davies at 13,000 above, and then we'll get to Brand for 11, and then Corrie, and we can have a look even in on our legs page as well whilst we wait for all of that to be done. We'll go to plan, and we can see now that we've got the Medina VOR where we make that left turn to Stone. On here we've got the 243, which should be the 240, so round enough, and then 327 to come to a DQ3. So we could change all of that up, but I'm just going to leave it be as for now. And but as you can see, there we are. We'll make that left turn around. We'll go to Ruth, and then we'll hit Davies back onto the Star, and then we'll be at Holy. We'll get to Corrie for 10,000. We'll get down to the Robbinsville VOR, and then we'll make that left turn onto the 060 as we come all the way down now, and then make that left turn at Proud, and we'll follow it back up a little more so we can come over the buildings and show you guys the scenery. So we'll turn on our wing anti-ice, we'll turn over the APU gen now and get all of our pumps on. The APU will come on now, which is all good. Anti-collisions can come on as well. Now I don't know why, but BetterPushback isn't working, so what I'm going to do is we'll get the original sims pushback to push us back, and then we'll just do a start engine start straight from block. So we'll call the tug now to get us out, and then we can depart out ready for the runway. We'll get our cost index as well before we do go. Okay, 26.4. Okay, which is 4.75 on the trim. Okay, which is set. We go in and get our wins as well, and the QNH. So QNH 3006 broken. It's quite high where it was broken as well. So everything seems to be all in order. The weather down below us is alright. As we get higher, there's a few clouds, as you can see. 350 at 04. So we'll get that in. Okay, that was what it was. 340 at 04. 350. Okay, put that into our runway wind, okay, which is set. So we're practically all good to go now. We don't have no discontinuities or anything, so we are now all set for us to go. I'm not going to activate the LNAV, as we're not going to be giving it as the turn that we're going to make would not allow us to, as it's not within the perimeters. So we'll call the tug now and get the aircraft now going to come. So we'll go 3006, which is set, and 3006, which is also set on the first officer's side. Okay, I can hear the tug as we get ready to roll out. 139.
Here we go.
Okay, so first back. So I'm just going to get the tug to push us out just a little, so then we can start on the block.
You paid the fuel bill, right?
Okay, so I think that's where we was going. Let's turn the brakes on so we can get the aircraft all done there. And now what we can do is we'll turn off the packs, we'll go to engine starts, and we'll go for engine number 2. Okay, start valves open, N2's increasing, oil pressure will come to life, and we're all good to go. 25%, we'll inject the fuel, and then we'll let the aircraft spool up, and we'll see the EGT increase, and it'll stabilise down. So there's 22, 23, 24 and 25. So we'll introduce fuel, and we'll see the EGT now increase, wait for that to stabilise over. Start switch will come back to auto, and then we'll go for engine number 1. Okay, so we hear the engine switch over. Okay, NCIS is on, and we'll go for engine number 1. Those start valves open. Okay, what we can do is now we'll go to our flaps 5. Okay, so we're all ready to go. So we'll go overhead now. We'll switch over the buses. We'll go to Gen 1. We'll put the packs back on to auto. Put the isolation valve to auto. And we'll turn the APU bleed off. With the APU, we can turn on our taxi lights. We can tell the cabin to get ready, as we're now ready to go. And we can now arm the auto throttle and turn the auto brake to RTO. We'll do our control test quickly as we pull out, and then I'll show you our taxi out. We're going to come out of Kilo 3, we're going to make a right turn onto Kilo, we'll follow it all the way down, then we'll turn left at Zulu, and then we'll turn right onto Sierra, and then we'll hold for the Sierra 1-2. So we'll have a look and see if I got that right. So we'll come out of Kilo 3, we'll then take a right onto Kilo, come down, make a left turn at Zulu, and then a right for Sierra 1-2. So that is us all ready to go. So we can dim the cabin now, as we are all set to go. So release the brakes, apply some power. And we'll taxi on down now for runway 09 right. Just as we turn around, we'll get our taxis on as well, as we've already got them on, but the wheel turns, so we're a little bit blind until we see what's coming. Okay, so we'll taxi on out now. We'll take a right off of Kilo. It's currently on the Kilo 3. Okay, so we'll make a right now. So it should be a nice sunrise arrival when we come into LaGuardia, as we're going to taxi all the way down Kilo now, and we'll be ready to go. So we just pick up some speed as we are going to be taxiing quite a little bit down the taxiway. So we'll try to take advantage of our max taxi, which is between 30 and 35 knots. So as we blast down Kilo now, we'll get ready to come in onto Zulu, which is at the very end. As we haven't done a night flight in a long time, so I thought, why not? We'll get one in today. So we probably might not have no takeoff cinematics, but as you can see, we're pretty much all ready to go. So as we come round, following her nice and peacefully down the taxiway. So what I'm going to do is for our courses, I'm going to set them so then we can intercept onto the Mike X-Ray Echo VOR. So reset our views. So just take a little left here, and then we'll be taking that left on to Zulu. so we're going to take a left here at Zulu. Okay, we'll follow it down, turn it right onto Sierra, and then we'll come in. So what we need to have a look at quickly was the departure, and when we come out, we'll be coming out onto the 240. Okay. We start to brake now. Make that right turn now, off of Zulu and onto Sierra. Quite a little bit of a taxi. Okay, so here's Sierra 12. Okay, so just hold short. Okay. So we'll hold short of the hold line. So we can now get on our runway turn-offs, we can turn on our strobes, we can get everything all set up there. We can tell the cabin crew to get ready for takeoff as we are going to get ready to go. So we'll cross the hold line now and enter on to 09 right. Okay, so we'll stop here. Turn on our landing lights, everything else is a go. Got everything all on here. We can activate a VNAV, but we won't activate it unless it's got LNAV. So, we are now all set to go. So, we can go up to 45%. We'll release the brake. And we'll tow go. Airspeed live.
80 knots.
Check. Throttle hold.
V1. Rotate.
Rotate.
Positive rate.
Gear up.
.400.
Check. So we can turn off the gear and the wheel well. So we've got to flaps 1 now. So now we're going to make that left turn to come round onto
1000.
the 240. Check. So passing through flaps 1 now, go flaps up. Let's make that left turn now. Passing through 2003. Go as we now increase our bank as we head down. Passing through 3004 as we climb up through the clouds, getting ready to go. So we're going to come around now. As you can see, we're at 249 now, and we're climbing up through the clouds so to get to Nien beyond the 293. Which is set. Let's climb out now through 5008. So after takeoff checklist, we've got gear up and off, which is set, no lights. Auto brake is off. Flaps are up and retracted, no lights. And start switches can be continuous. Okay. Which is set, holding stable at 250 now, the track inbound, ready to make that turn onto the 293. Okay, so we'll hold it there, 250, let's make our way up to 35, we'll just put a direct in, just to twig it. There we go, and now we can follow the direct up straight away to the Mike X-Ray Echo VOR. So passing through 10,000 feet now, and we can turn on the autopilot as we'll now make our track onto the 282. We will then make that left turn onto the 243 and then the 149 to get back to our next VOR, which is Delta Quebec Oscar. Passing through 9,500 feet now, we'll get ready to turn off our landing lights. So we'll go overhead now and we can turn off all of our landing lights. Runway turn-offs can go off with our taxis. And we turn our wheel well off and we tell the cabin to relax. So we climb up now to our climb speed, which is going to be 290, 293.
Please remain seated. When the captain turns the sign off, you'll be able to move about the cabin.
292.
When you are in your seat, please keep your seatbelt fastened in the event of unexpected turbulence. Please be careful when opening the overhead compartment. We ask that you use the lavatories located in your cabin, and please don't stand near the lavatories in the galleys. You may now use all approved personal electronic devices. For everyone's safety, please make sure your personal belongings are clear of the aisle. Pleased to offer personal device entertainment on our United private screenings option, sponsored by the United Plus Explorer
1,000 to go.
card. On-demand movies in the seat back in front of you. If you need to have a headset, we'll be happy to provide one once the captain lets the flight crew get up from our jump seat. After you connect to the United Wi-Fi network, go to unitedwifi.com. You can access united.com and the United app free of charge, where you can check flight status and more. To use other apps and websites, you can purchase an internet access plan. We will be serving a variety of complimentary drinks, wines, craft beer, and other alcoholic beverages for purchase. In United Economy, a variety of snack boxes and refreshments are available.
So next up is the Stone from Medina, and then from Medina we're going to take that left turn, which will take us to Ruth, which is the 114, and we'll be coming on to 327 from Stone. We'll be taking the 149.
Discover or American Express logo, as well as the Mileage Plus Explorer Visa card. We now invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the service on today's flight. Let us know if there's anything we can do.
Yeah, she's set.
To make your flight more comfortable.
As you can see, we've got both VORs there that we could track. So now we're getting ready. We're going to the 243, which is set. Okay. So now we've passed, we can switch over to our next fix, which is the 080 or 081. So we'll stay for the 243. Then we'll make that left turn around as we're at 130 now, and pretty much there's not really much else to do. So we can see we're going to be coming in once we track. We'll be going on to the 147 once we leave out. As we can see, there's VOR, and we've got it in to go to 149 once we leave Stone. So we go to the 149 now, which is set. So you can see on our departure now we're going to be making the 149 inbound, and it would be the 327 radial to Stone. So it'll be the -2 +2, so 327 minus 2 from 3 is 1, plus 2, that'll give us sort of 147, and on our track it's 149. So pretty much you do the take 2 plus 2, and that'll give you your radial. So as we come round now onto the 149, as we've got winds coming over 10 knots as we fly around and get the aircraft all ready. And then we'll be heading on to the 081. Okay. So I can put LNAV in now as we fly around the bend. And then we'll go on to the 081, and we can put on full bank as we now head in for Delta Quebec Oscar, which is the Dupont, and then we head down ready to come in. There's Robbinsville. So as we come up now, just going to backtrack on, and then we'll go left onto the 081, and that concludes our departure out of Philadelphia. So I'll put the anti-ice on now as we fly around the bend. Okay, so heading on to the 081 now, as we go direct inbound now to Ruth and then to Davies, where we'll then come in for the arrival for runway 13 on the ILS. There's 081. Okay, so what we can do now is we'll go to our takeoff cinematics, guys, and then what we'll do is we'll get to our top of descent, ready to come in for the arrival down into the ILS for runway 13 down in LaGuardia. So I'll see you guys when we get back. Hi guys, welcome back to the flight deck. Right now we are just basically arriving towards Holy, where we're then going to be going to Boreno on the arrival. As we can see coming in for the Connie 4, we're going to basically go to Holly, Brand, then Corrie for 10,000, where we go to the Robbinsville VOR, which is the 113.8. Okay, so there's Robbinsville, 20 nautical miles, and from Robbinsville we'll be coming down into 058, and from 058 we'll track it down to 054. Okay, so there's our top of descent as we come down now. Activate the altitude intervene. Now the aircraft will start to descend down as we get ready to come into LaGuardia. So for Quarry we need to be 10,000 feet. Passing Brand we need to be for 11,009. So we can open up speed brakes as we pass 12,000 feet. Okay, speed brakes can go back in. So we'll go in and get our approach speeds now. So the 10850 is the ILS. We'll go flaps 30, 151 plus 5, we are 156. We'll check to see we've got LaGuardia VOR in as well, but we need to get in before we leave, so we'll wait until we pass Robbinsville and then we can set up the LaGuardia, which we can set in the opposite side, which is the 113.1. Okay, so 55 miles from LaGuardia, and on LaGuardia's one it's going to be down forward at 045. Okay, so we're now going to start to slow down. Can knock our landing lights on, runway turn-offs, taxis we'll put on for the fun of it. Will can go on with the cabin now that we are going to descend down. We've got our start switches which are continuous. Take auto brake number 2 as we slow now through 250. On no restrictions now, 240 all the way down until we get to Proud, where we can start to plan out the runway as we come in. So once we head out from Proud, we've got timings 045, so 045 is in for Apple, as you can see, and coming in for Robbinsville is the 060. So holding at 10,000 feet. Once we pass Robbinsville, we're going to hold it until we get to Minks, where we can see Minks is right here. There's Robbinsville. We'll follow it all the way down to 054 till we get to Renew, where we'll then turn on to the 045. We'll then head up to Proud on the 05, and then once we get to Pay Me, we'll then come in on the arrival for the 134. So we're all set in. ILS is a 1085. Okay, which are armed, and as we're now just getting ready to pass the Robbinsville VOR, we're now going to make that slight left turn onto the 054, which is set, and we can now put in the 113.8 for LaGuardia. Okay, switch over for the ILS, which is the 10850. Okay, so they're both armed now, currently heading on the 054. And we can arm it over, so the 113.10 we need. There we go. And we'll switch the ILS to the 10850, which is set. So now there's LaGuardia, which is all set for us to go in. There's the 054, and we've got the 045. Okay, which is set. So holding 240 now as we get ready to come in to LaGuardia. We're going to hold 10,000 feet until we get to Renew, where we'll start our descent down then onto the runway. So we'll check out our minimums. Minimums are 212, so 12 foot at the airport. Okay, 212. Okay, 212, which is set. Go and get our ATIS. Okay, we'll send that off. Speed brakes are armed. So there's our top of descent, 10,000. Now we may vector around depending. As we now get ready to pass Minks. Holding at 10,000 feet still for 240. Okay, so as we get down to 10,000, you can see some of the scenery already. You can see it's all over here, ready for us to come in. I was at 10,000 now. As we get ready for our top of descent, which is just aluminum, ready for us to go onto the 045. So everything's all set now. We've got LaGuardia in. Once we get nearer to the fix and we make that left turn around to go over to Pay Me, then we'll get the aircraft all figured. We'll put in the ILS frequencies as well. The course is to come down in our 134, which will set once we make our left turn from Proud. And then we'll be all ready to come in. So we've got start switches, which are continuous. We've got our landing lights, which are all on. Seatbelt signs are all on as well. Got decision height up 212 for 200. We're coming in for the 134 degree course on the 10850. Down for the localizer. Currently now at 10,000 feet, where we're going to come down and we'll hit the glide slope for 1009. So as we start our descent down now through 9,000 feet. Everything's all set. As we get ready now to go on to 045. Okay, gonna open up speed brake. And what we'll do is we'll get the aircraft to come down just a little more. Hold down for 3,000. Let's see, just before we've got Pay Me, which is at 2008 below. Okay, so we come down for 2,000 feet. Can't level change. We'll hold on to the Speed will slow down now to 220. Okay, so now make our final turn. Before we then get ready to come in. So we can see we are completely lined up for the runway down for 04. But we're going to just make slight adjustment now. Come up to our flaps up too, so we can enjoy some of the scenery as the aircraft's coming down. So passing through 6006, so we can get a lovely view when we come in for the airport. Okay, passing through 5009. Okay, and speed brakes are open. So, cabin crew prepare for landing. Okay, slowly speeding up. We can go to 240. We still would have been 240 until we are slowed off. So there's our decel. Not going to drop a flaps 5 just yet, as we are going to level off well before we come in. So 4,000, now we can start to slow the aircraft up a little. There we go, 1,500 feet, and that should slowly start our decel, so we won't speed up anymore. Going for a flaps 30 151 plus 5 156 as we get ready to make that right turn at Pay Me, but we'll then slip on for the localizer. Okay, 2008 coming in on the 005. So as we get ready now.
1,000 to go.
Just going to make a slight detour so we make a nice turn on for the localizer. Go to 334.
2,500.
Okay, that's 2,500. It's going to go for 2,000. Okay, and now we'll head back to intercept for the ILS. As we're going to go down to 1,009. So we'll drop in the speed brakes and we'll go down to our flaps 1. Okay, switch over the ILSs now. Okay, There's a flaps 5. Okay. Let's get ready now to intercept for the ILS, so we can activate the approach. Slowing down to our flaps 5. Okay, there's a localizer. We're going to the single channel. So, made that right turn now. Hold 1009 so the glide slope comes in. Okay, hold the 132, 134. There we go. Let's set the courses. Okay, which is set. Okay, there's a glide slope. And there's a runway. So we got a nice 360 view as we came in. Okay, so there's glide slope. Start coming down now. So go flaps 15. Get up. Carry for that left turn onto the 131. So localizer will come back. Now we're going to that left turn. Passing through 1,400. Okay, go flaps 30, which is 151. Okay, so aircraft's trimming itself out now. Got a landing gear down, 3 green, we're at flaps 30. We're stable at 152.
1,000 feet stabilized.
1,000 feet.
Altitude set.
And we can disconnect now. And I'll take manual control. So auto throttle and the autopilot is now disengaged. And I have full control. So keep her nice and stable now.
500. 400. 300. Approaching minimums. 200. Minimums.
Continue.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Okay, speed brakes are up. And reverses are active. Okay, so there's our high speed for Mike.
80 knots.
Check. Reversers can come in, manual braking. And we'll get ready to taxi off.
We will be taxiing for the next few minutes, so please remain seated with your seatbelt
Okay.
fastened and all items.
So speed brake can go back in. Flaps can be retracted.
Please make sure that you have all of your personal
And there we are, guys, down in LaGuardia.
overhead compartment.
So we're just going to come off of Bravo. We're going to turn right onto Bravo, sorry.
All lightweight devices in
So,
transmit mode.
we'll slow down here.
Connecting, please check the United app on your mobile
Can
device.
turn our
Video or display
auto brakes off. Flaps are retracting. Can turn our engine starts to normal. Runway turn-offs and runway landing lights can go off. Taxis can be stayed on. Wheel well can be cool. And we'll tell everybody that they can relax now as we get ready to go over the hold. We'll start the APU up as well. Okay, which is set. Now we'll turn a right on to Bravo. And there we are, guys, down in LaGuardia. So we'll go to our landing cinematics in just a short moment's time, and then we'll taxi on up to the gate, where we'll go to Terminal B. So join me when we get back to taxi up, and I'll see you in just a sec. Don't forget to like and subscribe, help us get to that 2K subscriber goal, guys. Appreciate all the support that you show, and I'll see you when we get back for our taxi to the gate.